Hi, everybody. It's Joy and Tim,
Hey, everybody.
and we are back for another episode of How to Be Found um, by AI Search, or How to Be AI Visible. I don't know why my light keeps coming in and out, but I'm here. So this week,
That's the best part about being live is all these little technical fun stuff.
I know we're learning as we go. So I'm fading in and out. I don't know why, but listen to what we have to say. Don't necessarily look at me. Tim, you look fine. Oh, and there goes my phone, as you know.
Yeah, you left it down in the office. That's okay.
And I'm sure it's about Google My Business because I've gotten 4 of those calls this morning and I'm getting a little tired of that. Anyway, that's not why we're here. We are here today to talk about 5 quick wins to become AI visible. And this is a great week because last week we talked about the 8 signals to be found by AI search. And this week we're kind of zooming in on 5 quick wins that you can do this week to become AI visible.
And they're easy. Trust me, they can be done during downtimes. You can do them at soccer practice. You can do them while you're watching that last drip of coffee go into your cup at the beginning of the day. So we've got the jumper cables. Let's get you boosted and visible. But first, let's take a few minutes and talk about why these little steps matter to you.
Well, and I think so many small business owners think if I put out an ad or if I get at the top of Google, that's going to generate business. But AI search is really changing the game for everybody. So it might not be the answer is putting out a Google ad. There's a lot more to it than that in terms of being found by AI. And the reason why you want to be found by AI is because people put in a query, they want an answer, and when they get the answer, they trust it. And you really are down further the sales journey if someone takes the answer from AI.
Right. You got them. I mean, you've got them and you're ready to grab them and make them lifetime customers. And it's the small steps. We've been talking about the signals, and sometimes I think we make the signals harder than they really are. So that's why we're kind of waving the flag now and saying, "Hey, here are 5 easy things we can do that'll open up your business to AI." So instead of it being magic or difficult, it's more like we're dusting a little. We're just rearranging a little. We're making things easy, and these 5 things you can do, and literally they can be done within a few minutes every morning.
Okay, so what's the first one? Let's start with 1.
Number 1 is, we just talked about it, get your Google business profile up, running, and up to date.
Well, and one of the things I want to say is we're a work in progress too. Like we take our own advice. So we don't ever want to project that we do everything all the time. We're working on it. One of the struggles that we have, and it's particularly with Google My Business, is incorporating that into our workflow. So just know we are taking our own advice.
We are. And I think part of it is, and I'll be honest, for me, part of it was there were other better tools than what Google had for AI. You know, if you remember Gemini a year ago, it was a hot mess. It's improved greatly, but I think that kind of turned us off a little on Google My Business. But it is such a huge part. It's your digital business card. I don't know how better way to describe it than it is your digital business card, and it should be refreshed. It's not a set it and forget it type of thing. You need to update it. You need to refresh it. If you have a picture of your business on it, maybe take it from a different angle. Maybe make it seasonal. Have a summer picture, have a fall picture, have a winter picture, and have a spring picture, so that it constantly is getting updated. And AI says, hey, they're still alive and kicking and they're still active because they put a new picture up.
Well, and the other thing I want to say real quick about Google My Business is if you don't control your website, if you're a franchise owner or you are an independent contractor for a company and you don't have access to update your website, Google My Business is huge in terms of getting your word out. AI crawls it. If you want to show up in Google AI overviews, it goes to its tools, and Google My Business is their tool. So especially if you don't control your website, definitely make Google My Business a priority.
And that brings us up to the next thing. Your business is being highlighted. You want to make sure you have an FAQ section on your website, because that shows you are the expert. You want to show AI you're the expert, and FAQs are the best thing to do that with.
Well, and the thing about FAQs is you want to do them in natural language. What are your potential customers asking? And that's what you want to answer in your FAQs. And one tip around FAQs is no flowery language, no text speak. It has to be a direct answer to what your potential customer is asking. Blogs can show your expertise and you can be lengthy. FAQs, what is your customer asking and what's the direct answer to that? Period.
And if your customer's up for it, I think a great tool is there's a tool that you can bring up a conversation. It's called Descript. We use it. We love it. That takes a video and turns it into a transcription that you can put into a large language model like ChatGPT to turn it into FAQs. And it definitely will be in your natural language. So if your customers are up to it, just ask if you can tape the conversation on your phone, and that you'll use it to help make FAQs. Huge win for you, because you already really got them, because the customers are going to ask the questions that frequently are asked.
All right. The next one is check your website speed. And we just did that today.
Yeah, we just did that this morning. And we have some great news, and we have some things we need to work on. Like Joy said earlier, we live this. And one of the things we found out that our web speed is great if you're on a laptop or a desktop. We have some little work to do on our mobile. And what we used is the thing called Page Speed Insight. It's part of the Google library, and it will read through it and it'll give you a score on how fast are things loading, what's your SEO look like, what's your connectivity look like. And I think it's valuable. And what I did today is I took screenshots of it, and now my chip is who I call my ChatGPT, and I are working on making our website load better and faster for our phones. So
that was a good little test for us. We haven't done that in a while, and it was nice to see, like, we've really added a lot of information to our website. And we've been working on it, and we work on it every single week. But it was nice to see that the scores reflected our work, because sometimes that doesn't happen.
This is one that once you get your speed going and you start working and improving it, it's definitely a morale builder, and it says what you're doing is taking the right steps. So highly recommend checking your web speed. Go to Page Speed Insights, and tomorrow we'll have a link for it in our blog. So read our blog.
All right. Our next one is post a branded tip on social media.
Exactly. We see it a lot. I think a lot of businesses will post on LinkedIn, and we're going to use LinkedIn because that is probably the number one. LinkedIn and TikTok are the two that you really want to concentrate on, wouldn't you say, Joy?
Yeah, but for different reasons. So LinkedIn shows your expertise, um, credibility, your trustworthiness. AI definitely crawls that. TikTok is a search engine that is in and of itself a monster, but you want to grab the attention. So AI will crawl it, um, but it's not necessarily looking for the same thing like it looks
Right.
on LinkedIn. So you want to have both because TikTok, you're playing to a consumer, even though AI crawls it, and LinkedIn, you're definitely playing to AI.
Yeah, I was going to say it's an exact opposite mindset. Like TikTok, you want to make sure that human interaction is your number one priority. With LinkedIn, you want to make sure AI can crawl it. And the big thing that I see a lot when I'm going through my LinkedIn feed is how many businesses do not brand their post.
Right.
That amazes me. Make sure if you're taking the time to do a post, take those FAQs that we just talked about, turn them into posts. You only have to post once a day or once a week. If you do it more often, you're going to be more crawlable, and that's better. But if you just post once a week, make sure you take that FAQ, turn it into a post, make sure you put your logo on it, and put it on LinkedIn, and then do it, and then take that little snippet and put it in TikTok, and AI is going to love that.
Well, and social media is important for AI to verify what you say you do, you do. So if you think about AI scanning or crawling your website, then it goes out to the social media platforms to verify what you say. It looks at the engagement in addition to your post. So, yes, brand your post, but if you get engagement on your post, that's another point. That's powerhouse. So it's kind of tricky in terms of you want to get engagement because AI loves that and validates what you say you do. But it also just continues to build on your credibility and your trust factor.
Right.
So doing it right, there is a payoff.
Exactly. Engagement means validity, and validity helps AI take you as the source of information. So it's vital that you get your social media like once a week is good. Doing it 2 or 3 times a week is better.
Yeah.
Uh,
All right. Our last point: refresh an older blog post.
this is one of Joy's favorite things to hear. She'll deny it, but that when somebody will tell her, "Oh yeah, I'm active with my blogs," and they may have been 5 years ago, 3 years ago. Here's a chance for you to refresh those blogs. There's lots of great tools that you can use to refresh your blog. Your FAQs. You've done a blog in your FAQ, and you probably didn't realize it at one time.
Well, and refreshing your blogs takes the credibility of you've been blogging a long time and refreshes it, and that's great for AI as well. So AI can see that you have blogs from years ago and you're updating what you said for what's current today. And that's important too, which is less work for you if you take something you've already done and just refresh it, and you get bonus points from AI. So it's a win-win.
Again, use ChatGPT, use Perplexity, read it in, copy and paste it in, and just say refresh this for me with new information. But make sure though, the big thing is you want to make sure your voice is being heard in that blog.
Right.
So don't just turn it over into AI and say make this better for me. Make sure you add some of your voice in there too. That's where getting that natural voice going is so vital, because AI will learn how you say things.
All right, so let's recap the top 5. First one is update Google My Business and
Yep.
continue to post on it.
And just remember, you might get some calls. But don't worry about that. It's important to Google My Business.
Number 2, add an FAQ to your website.
Let your phone do the work for you on this one. Tape it with your customer or a coworker, and let your natural language fall through on these FAQs.
Check your website speed.
Do that. I would do that today with your Page Speed Insights. If you don't know how to do it, watch for the blog tomorrow. It takes just a few seconds to run, and you're going to get some valuable information. Run it for both your cell phone and for your desktops. You'll be amazed at which one is stronger.
Number 4, post a branded tip on social media.
Get your logo going. Slap that logo on whatever you post, so that AI knows that it's your business talking and you talking, and not just some rando.
And the 5th tip is refresh an older blog.
Yeah. Why recreate the wheel? You've already built the wheel. The wheel looks good. It works great. Well, just refresh it. Give it a new take on some old information, because more than likely something's changed in the industry from when you originally wrote that blog that can refresh it easily.
All right. So what we're going to work on this week, since, we're all about taking our own advice. What are we going to work on this week? We already did the website speed.
Yeah. So we're going to work on our website a little, and that leads us into our next week's topic, which is a little more technical, but we're going to break it down for you. Next week, we're going to talk about schema. And that word sounds very, very science fiction-y, and it can feel like you're talking to a technical robot. We're going to break it down, make it simple for you, and talk a little more about how schema is the difference between a slow website and one that loads quickly.
So don't miss out. This is the most technical of our signals, but it's critical. So we are updating our own schema markup, because I've been doing so many updates on the website. We kind of waited until I got through a lot of the updates. So it's timely, it's necessary. It's one of the things that AI loves. So it's a must.
And of course, we'll fill you in how it's going. So once again, remember, we remind you each week, follow us on Facebook, on LinkedIn, like us on Facebook, join our library at our YouTube library at Your AI Wizards. Boy, that didn't come out.
I know. Right. God, spit it out.
The YouTube library of Your AI Wizards, and you can catch our previous episodes. We'd love to hear you comment on what you're going to do this week. So leave us a comment below. Leave us a comment on Your AI Wizards. We'd love to hear from you.
All right. See you next week.